So, as you probably know, Navitus Parfum has been around for a couple of years now. It was launched in 2019. I had the pleasure of being the founding creative director. Well, in today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be letting you know about the 5 Navitus Parfum fragrances that I think you should be wearing, especially this season, especially given the fact that Valentine's Day is coming up. I also have a very special announcement, and I'm also going to be letting you know what you can do for your chance to enter to win a full-size bottle, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin this video and I tell you all about the 5 Navitus Parfum fragrances that you should be wearing for the winter time, especially given the fact that Valentine's Day is coming up, I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to enable all notifications by clicking on the bell, and give this video a thumbs up if you take something of value from today's episode. Now, of course, if you do want to enter to win for your chance to get a full-size bottle of a fragrance from Navitus Parfum, all of the details will be specified on cephalabon.com. So definitely make sure to visit the website. All of the links are going to be down below in the description. All you have to do is, after becoming a registered reader, read through the article, leave a thoughtful comment, and that's it. The winner will be announced on cephalabon.com on the date that's specified in the article. So please don't forget to check back on over to the website on the date that is specified so you can see if you are the lucky winner. And before I start things off, I also want to mention that there's a very special promotion happening at navitusparfum.com, links down below. It's a Valentine's Day promotion, free shipping on 2 or more bottles, and we also have an exciting new product. This is going to be a discovery set for 15 fragrances from Navitus Parfum. As you can see here, we actually have 2 discovery sets, and both of them have 15 fragrances in them. The one that comes in the black box are some of the brighter, fresher offerings from the brand, and the ones that come in the red box are the ones that are a bit darker, richer, sweeter, more sensual. And so you have that nice duality here. And of course, when you open it up, you can see that the travel atomizers on the inside are filled with 5 milliliters worth of liquid. So 5 times 15 is 75 milliliters worth of liquid. These are retailing for $145. However, there is currently a launch promotion happening on the website for 50% off. If you buy both of them, that's 65% off, knocking down the price to like $55 per discovery set, which in my opinion is a huge deal. $110 or so for both of them. You'll notice that the travel atomizers are not filled up all the way because it's actually inside a 7.5 ml bottle. And the reason we did that was to allow for a greater distribution so that we can fit a longer stem inside the bottle. And you might also notice that there's a little bit more than 5 mLs in each one. We did want to be a little bit generous. The goal here is to try to get as many people as possible to try these fragrances. So within each bottle, you might actually get somewhere between 5 milliliters and 6.5 milliliters. But I really hope you enjoy it. I think it's a great deal. For the time being, you get to explore so many of the brand's offerings. But with that being said, let's talk about the 5 that you should know about. The first one I'm going to talk about is Soir Exclusive. This is a beautiful, nutty, vanillic, and licorice type of a fragrance. You have this gorgeous gourmand aroma. This is a composition by Bertrand Duchaufour, who is one of my favorite perfumers of all time. I had the pleasure of meeting him in Paris, France. He is such a humble and down-to-earth individual. And this is just a very creamy, very romantic, cozy type of a fragrance that I personally think everybody should get their nose on. And of course, Soir Exclusive, exclusive evening. What a perfect fragrance to wear if you're out, night out on the town, or if you're on a date with your significant other or the one you love. Now, the creative director for this one is Buck Moore from the channel Big Beard Business. And with the next fragrance I want to talk about, this one was composed by Sidonie Lancaster. The creative director for this one is Monica Choch, and this fragrance is called The Embrace. This is a beautiful blend of Indian Sesame Absolute, honey, coffee, a lot of gourmand ingredients. The rich texture of this one is absolutely unbelievable in the opening. It's my favorite part of this fragrance, and I find myself reapplying all the time with this one. It is a non-linear fragrance, so it does evolve quite a bit on the skin, but again, with a name like The Embrace, you can expect that this one is going to be a very romantic, very cozy, sort of close encounter between the sheets fragrance, and that's kind of the unifying theme among all of these. These are all recommended for a romantic evening. amazing. Of course, the next one is one that I personally worked on. The perfumer for this is Chris Maurice, based out of Spain, and the fragrance is called Intimus. Now, of course, the subtitle for this fragrance is Amor Vincit Omnia, which is Latin, and it translates to Love Conquers All. This is vanilla, toasted sugar, pink pepper, geranium, lily of the valley, oak moss. So it's sweet, it's sugary, but it also has that very sensual, flirtatious quality about it. Perfectly unisex on account of those floral notes that are in here. Nothing overly strong. It doesn't overtake the vanilla or the sweet elements. I feel like that vanilla and the toasted sugar accord really dominate in this fragrance. But again, very complex fragrance. Definitely does its own thing. Unique in my personal opinion. And that's another thing that kind of sets these apart, is that they all kind of go in a sweet direction, but in a differently sweet direction. Speaking of sweet, of course, we need some dark chocolate for Valentine's Day and also for the winter time. And this one tends to be a little bit on the darker side as well, because it also has honey, it also has beeswax, and it also has cognac. So this fragrance is called Serenade. Now, of course, the creative director for this one is Darian Hill from the channel Bowtie Fragrance Guy. And again, very dark, sensual, romantic, gorgeous fragrance. That sort of interplay between the cognac richness and also that chocolatey vibe is just very mouth-wateringly good, very true to form, and it's a really nice chocolate that you're gonna get from it. It's not bitter, it's not overly dark, but you do have some brighter contrast to really give it this ethereal vibe that I'm really enjoying from it. And the fragrance in the #1 spot, I'm just gonna give credit to one that I personally worked on. This is very sentimental for me given the inspiration, the note breakdown. It's one that I personally loved the first time that I smelled it. I fell in love with it. The perfumers for this are two Takasago perfumers, Francis Kirkjohn being one of them. I also had the pleasure of meeting him on several different occasions, and of course Jerome de Marino is the other perfumer who worked on this composition, and this one is called Imperial, spelled Empyreal, which means heavenly. This has cacao, leather, and orange. And so it opens up very bright and citrusy, but you have this very decadent orangey and chocolatey vibe about it. It dries down to this Venezuelan tonka bean vibe, and it also has some spices in here that kind of give it that leather-like quality in the base. What an amazing composition by Francis Kirkjohn and Jerome de Marino, and I am super proud of this one. As you can tell, a lot of red bottles here in front of us and one pink bottle, but these fragrances are perfect for the winter time. If you are getting into the brand of Navitus Parfums and you don't quite know what to wear at the moment, I would certainly recommend checking these 5 fragrances out. They're perfect for the winter time, and they are perfect for romantic scenarios, romantic occasions. And of course, going back to the Discovery set, that is precisely what you'll get in this one. And so the only fragrance that is repeated between both Discovery sets is actually Viva More, because we didn't want to have 14 fragrances in one set and 15 in the other. And also, given Viva More's versatility, it's very bright, fresh, and fruity in the opening, and it dries down to this very sort of sweet and cozy vibe. We thought, you know what, it's versatile enough that it can be in both sets. And so we really hope you enjoy it. We really hope you take advantage of the Valentine's Day promotion. And of course, very special thank you to Cephalabon for allowing this to be a Cephalabon contributor video. 5 fragrances from Navitus Parfums that you should know about. Make sure to enter the giveaway by going on over to cephalabon.com. Links are going to be down below in the description. Winners will be announced in a few days. Make sure to check back to cephalabon.com to see if you're the lucky winner. Thank you for watching. Support this channel by subscribing to it. If you haven't already done so, hit the bell, give it a thumbs up. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.